Hello, and welcome to the stream. I'm gonna try and make sure everything is set up right. Let's get rid of the intro. I can only apologise, but put my ugly face on the stream as well. Good evening. Welcome. Back to doing some streaming, some GPL streaming of the 1967 Formula 2 Championship that I'm doing. Last week, in the UK at least, was very hot, which with the UK house and everything, and how British people are, means that I was moaning a lot about how it was too hot to do anything, and that included stream. So no streams last week, but we're back this week. This might be the only one that I do this week, but hopefully, weather permitting, should become a regular thing again. Not have too many weeks where I don't do at least one. Hi Jamie, I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing this evening? Thanks for coming along. And yes, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll sometimes be talking to the Twitch chat who watch live. You can watch live on Twitch whenever I stream if you go and follow, Oscar_RH on Twitch. Should be down in the description as well. I'll be chatting to people on Twitch, although today apparently Twitch chat is giving some people a proper run around, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, quickly go through what we've got on today. We've got 2 point scoring rounds for the European Formula 2 Championship. Whilst we were doing the non-championship rounds last time, we actually missed round 3, partly because that track doesn't exist on Grand Prix Legends, and actually no other reason. Had it existed, we would have done that instead of one of the street circuits. So, but there we go. The street circuits went really badly last time. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, it's on the old YouTube. I suppose I can actually pop my little header above the webcam, and then you can see such things. There we go. Yeah. Hopefully today we're going to keep it on the island, not have too many issues. And yes, it's rained here loads today, Jamie, as well. So been appreciative of that. It's needed it. I've needed it. Been good to get back to some more traditional British weather, should we say? But yes, it's point scoring today. So following on from that, I've put the results in, and I've put the results in from round 3 that we didn't get to. So if I pop the results front and centre, should be able to see them okay. I'll have a look at them as well. So the Suchslife round was won overall by Rint. Surtees was second, Ix was third. And that meant for the Formula 2 eligible drivers, Ix won that. And we had Hahn in second and Courage in third. That's changed the championships up a bit. We're down to third in the open standings, a full race win worth of points behind Rint, who's really running away with 2 consecutive wins. And not quite as far back, but still a long way back now from Ix, who's done the same with 2 consecutive wins in the Formula 2 eligible standings. So a bit going on there. And you can also see over on the right hand side the winners of those respective non-championship races: Poe, Montweek and Crystal Palace, won by Stewart, Rint and Surtees. Right. I think that covers all of the preamble, all of the stuff that I could chat nonsense about prior to getting going. If you're here and just watching, hope you've had a decent day, a decent Tuesday. Not quite at the middle of the week, but maybe this can be the start to that, so that you know you're more than halfway there to the weekend. I will read chat as and when I can. Should be okay reading chat at Hockenheim, because there's very long straights that these cars aren't super quick down. Tulln, it's a little busier. We'll have to see. Right. I think, based on that, we should just get rid of them results. We'll leave that, and we'll get the old display capture up. There we go. And fire ourselves into GPL. Did have a little handful of issues with GPL earlier, which was good fun. Stuff just stopped working. But I think it's back now. I hope. Yeah. So Hockenheim, 9 laps, not many laps. Should be a couple of shorter races today. Obviously quite a long lap at Hockenheim, out into the forests, and this is prior to any chicanes being out in the forest as well. So should be some drafting. The AI aren't fantastic at that. We've got a good car for Hockenheim. Lots of power. Hi Jake, how's it going? I'm doing good, thank you. I hope you're doing well also. No, I don't want to restore the saved weekend because I was testing stuff. and it's more funny to watch me try and qualify live. So we'll leave the car set up, or actually we'll have to take fuel out, because they are very quick in qualifying, and then they... That's not fuel. They're very quick in qualifying, and then they suffer, shall we say, when it comes to the race a little. So we're going to try and just put ourselves somewhere that's not last in qualifying, and then we'll get going after that. Whee! Right, so this will be a track that most people are familiar with at Hockenheim. The stadium section at the end is, broadly speaking, unchanged with the modern day by the looks of it. Sorry to hear, Jake. Hopefully watching me attempt Formula 2. And after last stream, that's as far as I dare go with what this is likely to be. Attempt Formula 2 will at least bring a smile to your face when I stick it into a wall somewhere by accident. Of course, back in our trusty Protoss. Heavy. Bad chassis. Loads of power for the Formula 2s. Really good power. So having Hockenheim, having an airfield track with a long straightaway, both going to be really good. Touch wood, because I don't want to just bin it immediately. I've been looking forward to doing these two races quite a lot, because I think the car's going to be strong for both of them. What you will be hearing is that we don't really use much of fifth gear, and whilst it is quicker to have it rev over 9 in fifth, it just overheats it. And once you get doing that, once you're overheating, once you're revving it out for above 9 for a very long time, you're asking for trouble, you know. So we're going to avoid that. Add to that, the long fifth gear sounds quite in keeping with what the AI seem to run, so it makes for a nicer sort of race situation with them. We're going to get absolutely ruined on this first Apex, aren't we? Well, not too badly. Very rude pit exit there from... It is Rabi. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad for Rabi. I think that his AI file, it gives him a bad rap. He's always really slow, despite being in the car that isn't necessarily really slow. I feel bad, because I'm sure that he wasn't that slow in reality. Like, motorsport's always had its gentleman drivers, slower drivers, but I feel like it does him real dirty on here. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, a mixture of doing this quite a lot recently, Jake, and like doing GP Laps's Road Racing Championship. I'm busy this weekend, so unfortunately I'm missing Spa, where I think the Lagonda would have been good. But like doing that, doing this, I've just been driving a lot of old cars, generally speaking, whenever I sit down and do sim racing. And a lot of them do have that sort of like almost glass cannon effect. You've got something old and powerful and slidey and fun, and it's like, yeah, but if you drive it like it's powerful and slidey and fun, it's all of those things briefly. And then all of the pistons come out the top of the car and you're in trouble. That was a bit terrible through the stadium section, but we'll take it. Continuing to be terrible. That was another thing as well. I got sent by Lassa, I think, a chap on GP Laps's Discord, a file to update the AI for Formula 2. So broadly speaking, they're doing slightly more sensible things in terms of their straight line speed and where they're able to brake. It's not perfect, but AI never will be. So, but it's good. It is good. It's a lot better than it was. Might get some tow this lap, which would be a dream. We are going to need some, because I think the fast cars in qualifying are probably going to get down to like a high 56. We're not going to do that, but unlike the AI, we're capable of using the toe effectively, so this seemed like a reasonable sort of payoff between the two. We should move forward pretty well in this race. Tulln is a bit different. I think that'll be hopefully the better of the two races, just in terms of racing the AI a bit. They get confused once or twice on the first lap by some awkward corners, but that's it. And on the first lap here, like, other than checking up in the toe sometimes in a way that's not always making loads of sense, they seem pretty much okay. They have a little check-up down this section sometimes as well, which doesn't make loads of sense, but you get what you get. Car in front's on an out lap. That's why we're catching them quite so much. Right in between gears there, but I like the gears for everywhere else on the track, so... let's use some toe. Get a good lap in. Yeah, absolutely, Jake, and obviously here it's a mechanical thing, but it's still true today. Like, when you're doing a longer race or anything, like, you've got to have a level of sympathy for the car. It still has moving parts, stuff that can break, and you just don't see that. It's a silly, minor thing, but it is one of my sort of major frustrations when I watch the esports stuff, and how everything, irrespective of what it is hot lapping the whole time. Now, I absolutely understand why that is the case for sim racing. You know, we just operate in different parameters to the real world. We do. But I do like it when it's a consideration you have to make. You know, even when sometimes it's, like I said, a bit of an arbitrary one. Like, you could push this car harder for 9 laps. It would probably be okay. But it is more fun to me to dial out the 5th gear, take your time, do all that sort of stuff. Like, that's where a lot of the fun comes from with this sort of a AI thing, or this sort of old title. So... oh, damn it. Put it in the wrong gear. But yeah, it's exactly that. It's the added challenge, isn't it? And that's enjoyable. Let's accelerate the time a bit. That time will go down a bit further still. Where are we to? Towards the back. But I think that's okay. We'd go faster with a better toe. And we're just going to accept our fate of starting 17th, I think. Like I say, the AI struggle with the toe and using it and all that sort of stuff, so... Doing 9 laps, so I'll put 11 in. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was the nature of stuff still in 67 that, because you didn't have any aero, so there wasn't anything actively pushing the tyres into the track, that the cars were inherently really, really soft. It's the only way to load the tyres, so everything on these is quite soft, but that's, again, quite normal for the time. Probably a bit exaggerated on here, thinking about it, compared to some of the videos you see of real life, but, you know, it's getting a point across, and I think what GPL always does really well is give you a good impression of what the racing was like. Not necessarily ultra realistic, although it is realistic in lots of really good ways, but it just lets you immerse yourself in it really well. Come on, AI. Sorry, come on, timer. Let's get the timing right, shall we? Here we go. Oh, slow start. They'll all check up. Yeah, a bit of a check up there. With 3 wide in the middle. With some Lolas. That was rude. Make up some spots here. There's a broken car on the inside. There you are. Navigated it, okay. It is very engaging to drive, and yeah, some pretty busy steering going on there. Broken car broke down on the inside, and there was another one having an issue right the way up the straight. So understandably the AI, and like with the dust as well, it's quite realistic how that happens. Will we look to the inside here? Probably not. Not get anything done. Oh, I've outbraked itself quite badly. We are alive though. Damn. Could not see the braking markers. Right the way to the back again. That one was on me though. Hi, duty laps. That's other Jake. I've got 2 Jakes in the chat now, which won't be confusing. Yeah, Joker lap. We'll call that a Joker lap. No, it's just a silly mistake from me. I was focusing on the wrong thing visually in front of me. Right, let's start using this tow and get going again. With the tow, it's a quick car. AI struggle to really utilise it. They slow each other down, so points on the table for sure here. 8 laps to go. Not miles back from the leaders, and the tow's going to help us out a lot. No more missing braking zones. Let's concentrate, shall we? Actually focus on what I'm meant to be doing. How's it going, Jake? How's your day been? Hopefully not too bad. Over where you are? Got loads of work to do now. Jeez. Really not helped myself out. So, look, yeah, I broke way too late last time. I'll be honest, I'm glad there's that little service road there. I was thinking if this is just grass, we're done. It's not somewhere where I'd been prior to that point. bit of a power advantage here. Let's see if we can't use it. It's a BMW Lola to our left. It's sort of 15-ish horsepower down on us, so yeah, nicely done. Through on them, just what we needed to do. A bit brave on the outside there, but given that I think it was Oliver that stuffed us into the bridge basically on the opening lap, happy to muscle our way through in the same spot. So we're going. Good lap that last lap, quicker than the leaders. That's what I mean, once you're using the toe in the race, the AI seems to slow down quite a lot from qualifying. It was as good a balance as I could find with the settings. Good run there. Make the most of it. Through on Rollinson. Graham Hill next. If you're here for Crystal Palace. Shaking my head. Still not pleased. Still not pleased. Oh, look, good power though on the Lotus. I think it is that he's in. He's got a toe as well. Oh dear. We have to find somewhere interesting to make this one stick, I think. Yeah, we are zooming now. We're getting stuff done. Yeah, a bit of a check-up they sometimes do there. Let's move to the inside. Look out for that 200-meter board. Not the same mistake twice. There it is. Jesus. Okay. Bit of a gaggle now. Sneak through there whilst everyone's going off. We got a bit busy, didn't it? Anyway. Looks like it might be Stuart that's just uninterested in driving on the grey section of the road. which is something, I suppose, isn't it? Right, in the toe now. I think there's a lead pack that's really gone, unfortunately. Look to the outside here. See, you get out the toe and it just dies on you. Really need to time it better. Yeah, and I think they'll have a checkup or two down here. They seem to. This is sort of like on a new AI line. Really? Good God, this AI is annoying. Well, that's that then, I suppose. Again, just driving in a straight line. Session complete. Let's have a look. So, Surtees won. Rint came second. Gardner third. Then we had McLaren, Brabham, Ix. Hicks is going to be miles ahead in F2 now. Reese, Rodriguez, Owen Stewart, Beltoir, Hill, Oliver Hahn, Servos Gavin, and Rabi rounding out the finishers. Rollinson, Courage, myself, and Clark all had issues. So, yeah. Not ideal, but that's how we're going to be playing it. Not mucking about. And if we get in those wrecks, we get in those wrecks. A bit of a frustrating one, because again, I'm driving in a straight line. Plus side is, all of the AI settings and everything are the same when we hit Tulln. So we're going to move on. 15 lap race at Tulln. Oh dear. We're going to try and finish this one. And to be honest with you, I really would quite like to win this one as well. So we'll leave the race fuel in. We're just going to see how quick we can go. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tulln is an Austrian airfield circuit. Featured a few times on the European Formula 2 Championship calendar. There's a lovely version of it for Grand Prix Legends. So here we go. AI coming out the pit lane are going to screw up a lap or two. It's such a nice track, isn't it? I just need to get into a rhythm with it again. Nice and bumpy down the runway. Just before the blue ball on the right. Me too, Jake. Me too. I'm learning about these tracks and cars and stuff all the time at the moment. It's really cool. Like, it's as much a history lesson for me setting up the streams as it is anything else now, which is great. Like, that's a nice sort of thing to have. Yeah, you're going to be right in the way, aren't you? Nice. I suppose in modern open wheel stuff, you'd be on the radio complaining about that, wouldn't you? No such options in 67. Throw your hand up and just deal with it. Good start, 1083. Hey Tommy, how are we doing? How's your Monday? Tuesday been? It's not Monday, I promise. Don't get worried. In the last race, we were drifting on our helmet, which really wasn't fast, so... This track is great fun, Jake. I absolutely adore it. I'm able to drive quite quickly. And yeah, my hope is actually that we can win this one. I'm just going to go for it. And if the AI are miles off, which they shouldn't be. Again, I tested it earlier and they weren't. If they are, I'm just going to be happy about it because I won't have to deal with them crashing into me, hopefully. Ooh, bit far out wide there. Car coming out of pit lane. Oh, late on the brakes. Go for one more fast lap and then we'll move on to the race. Wide again there. We are pushing on, so that's okay. There we go. That'll do. See where that puts us. Might even be pole, actually. That was a really good run. Oh no, never mind. Not pole. See where we end up. Oh, we got pole. Awesome. Pole position. Pole position by 500ths from Clark. And Brabham's right there as well. Another further 200ths back. Nice and close, but we're going to try and run off. We're just going to big start, clear the AI, get going. Had such a terrible run here of all 3 non-championship races. Poe, I gave myself a puncture. Montweek, I gave myself a puncture. Crystal Palace, we get taken out by Hill. I don't know who it was, because I wasn't looking. But then obviously we've been taken out at Hockenheim as well and ended up on our lid. So yeah, time to bring the retribution to the AI, I think, and just fire in a really fast race. But still not got to make, got to avoid mistakes. 15 laps, we've got the fuel for it. So yeah, fingers crossed, no mistakes. That's all we can hope for here. And fingers crossed that the timing doesn't get screwed up, which it does sometimes, and the time is screwed up. I think that's another thing when you play these older games. It's sort of sometimes you've got to work through the bugs, the quirks, the things like that. So, which I'm still doing and still learning. Like the fact that I've changed a lot to do with the AI, thanks to some files I've been sent and and there's files I've not installed. So I know that GP Labs has sent me something to deal with the laggy newspaper thing and a couple of other bits just to help out get this bit up here in the top. I think it's that way, that corner. This screen that's on a smaller resolution, but X other way. Typical. Point the wrong way. But getting that. So there's other things I need to fix, other things I need to do, but we'll get there. Have I missed the start? Yeah. I'm chatting away. Anyway, let's try that again. Having a really solid one this evening. Let's get on the grid. Stop chatting. Blaming chat, yeah. Always chat's fault, right? Can't see the flag. Oh, God. This is not where I wanted to be on the start. Right, back to it. Let's try and make some moves. They'll suck at the hairpin. I'm allowed a lap 1 restart, honestly. Having a shocker again. Absolute shocker. You saw nothing. I'm allowing myself lap 1 restarts. That one was on me, though. So I can treat this as my restart from getting flipped in the last race by an AI that couldn't drive in a straight line. Yeah, proper quality stuff. Yeah, pressure is, isn't it? I couldn't see the flag, man. There's probably a look left and look right, but I don't know what it is. Bit of a better start, though. Yeah, what pressure? Who knows? But it exists, obviously. Right, cold tyres, Oscar. Hold everything. Really cold everything. Jeez, struggling with it already. Brake well before the 50 because they're going to get stuck here. There we are. Let's brake a bit early again because I'm just not confident we've got temps and pressures to do it. That was alright though. Oh no! Clark's out. Engine's done. Something's done. I'm having another one. I don't care. I'm not stopping now. Getting very pissed off with it today. Evidently not in the right frame of mind. Yeah. Where am I disappearing to, Sunshine? Where? There's another one. Fucking wonderful. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Nearly did it again. Excellent. Heading inside from some ludicrous dive bomb here. Never mind. Yeah, no. Proper bumpy. Well, that and my temperament at the moment. Oh, come on, Oscar. What are you playing at? We go spin? Yeah, okay. That's my fault. Right. I'll pop it to the chat then. Are we doing another run? Or are we stopping there? Having an absolute mare. Hockenheim was going alright, but one more. Okay. One more. If you believe, I believe, Jake. So, let's do it. That was my fault, though. I should have just locked it up and stayed on the grass. Again, kids, don't do silly rejoins. Hold your brakes when you spin. That is just sort of case in point. Hey, MJ. How's it going? I'm having a terrible time of it again today. Second sort of rough stream in terms of how I'm getting on. Ooh, Jesus, okay. Going off again. Won't spin this time. Still just got everything coming up to temp and I'm pushing it a bit too hard. So I'll calm down for a few laps I think and then see if we can't push on after that. Just got to avoid binning it again. No, I'd still appreciate it though, Jake, if you have got something like that to help and update it. Because still a few frustrations here and there with it, as I'm sure you can see. Yeah, that'd be great, thank you. I'd really appreciate it. No, I think that's where I'm falling down, Jake, is I don't read the forums enough. Like with everything, I went through and looked at updates and looked at stuff, and the amount of things that I've missed, it's incredible. It's a bit spread out, and I think there's maybe an element of needing to know where to look sometimes, but there's definitely bits I've missed, despite sort of like, you know, looking for various updates for tracks and for the mod and AI and everything. Be okay, car, come on. I think we got away with that. Let's see if we can't find some rhythm, do some catching. P2 at the moment. Now, are we going to catch a bit this lap on Clark? We're a long way back. Yeah, we are. Caught in that lap. Good stuff. Hey Cam, how's it going? know if we caught him that lap. Not by much, for sure. Ooh. Decent lap there. Gained a chunk. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat, guys. Just trying to concentrate and actually finish one. Gained again, but not going to be enough. Should have been making the mistakes early on, and maybe we'd have had a shot at winning this one, but consolidate what we've got, I think. No way. That's Clark? Stop doing dumb shit now, Oscar. Well, this race has had some ups and downs, hasn't it? Back markers coming up. Rabi and Servox Gavin. Still Jim Clark recovering back to the pit lane there with a broken car. Especially for Brabham as well. Don't know what's going on there. Did the AI run out of fuel or something? Huh? No, Rint's still going. 22 seconds back. People coming back out of pit lane. I'm very confused by what's going on here. Not quite sure what's happening with the AI. Weird. Everyone's finished a lap down. I don't really know why. You know, Jake, if you've got any explanation for what's happened there, yeah, I can only assume it's fuel. Like, if I go into the setup, dump it down, like 17 laps, one less. Did they go with 11 litres? Did they go with 13 laps or something? I don't know. Oh no, green. So anyway, have to look into that one. See you later, Jamie. Have a good night. So we've come home in first, which is good. Then Rint, who's having a great championship. Reese Beltois, rounding out the people that finished on the lead lap. Courage and Stewart were one lap down, but will score overall points for this one. Then we've got Brabham, Surtees, McLaren, Rabi, Gardner, Rollinson, Ix, Rodriguez, Servos, Cavine, and Oliver. Jim Clark did have a mechanical. His header went. Hahn retired, Irwin with an accident, and Graham Hill with a valve as well. So 2 Lolas, 2 Lotuses failing to finish at all. Really confused by whatever happened with the AI there. Not ideal, shall we say. Really not sure. I did a short race here with them before and didn't have that issue. We'll have to see. Really very confusing. But anyway, let's continue on out of there. I'm very sweaty now. That much must be said. Yes, on his first attempt, he triumphs. As far as you know, that's true. Yeah, I feel like it levels out to a point, doesn't it, Jake? Like, I gave myself a few goes there for the AI at Hockenheim and the AI at Crystal Palace as well. 2 tracks where I thought I was going to have a good race and have a good time. Didn't pan out that way. So, on then, I've said yes. Great. Let's hop out of there. Hop out of there. And we'll come over here. We'll get rid of the display capture. Great. So that's going to be it for this evening. Real mixed bag, wasn't it? As it is so regularly the case with such things. So I'm just going to go and have a look and see if there's anyone that we can raid. I'm going to head straight off. We've got some other bits to be doing. But it was fun to get a stream in there. Even if it was a shorter one, even if Hockenheim was a bit of a disaster. But there we go. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send you over and you can watch some of the historic Road Racing Championship pre-qualifying that's going on. If you want to see some frankly catastrophic accidents at historic Spa, then this is for you. Yes, and thank you guys for coming along. MJ, Jake, Jamie's been here, Cam's been here, Tommy's been here. I'm sure I'm missing a couple as well, but always appreciate it when you come along, guys. Very, very much appreciated. But like I say, go over to watch Ian. He's streaming some HRRC pre-qualifying. The accidents have been spectacular. I've had a lovely time, despite some of the issues. Try and iron some of those out for the next one. It's been good. Have a good rest of your week. And yeah, enjoy Ian. Enjoy Ian some HRRC.